Hello everyone, Everything Geography here. Welcome to the first video on this channel. And today I wanted to give a quick introduction and show off some of my favorite daily geography puzzle games for you guys. But first off, who am I? I'm a geography nerd who has always kind of thought about starting a YouTube channel of some sort, and I don't know exactly what direction I want this to go. But I thought no better time to start than right now. And I'm going to be uploading some geography content here on this channel, whether that be fun geography games, things I find interesting on Google Maps, some projects I've been working on, or maybe even some cool trips I have planned. But today, to start it off, I'm going to be doing those geography games that I mentioned earlier. Alright, so we're going to start with the Globle. If you don't know how the Globle works, it's pretty simple. As you can see down here, you try to guess a country, and the closer that country is to the mystery country of the day, the redder it will be. So today we're going to start with Namibia. Wow. That was insanely lucky. Okay, let's go Botswana. I guess it has to be Angola then. Wow, that was quite a lucky round, I cannot lie. Okay, and then there's also global capitals, which is the same idea but with capital cities. So let's do WhenTaken. I don't know actually how you pronounce it, but let's do Beijing. Okay, so you can tell by this line. Obviously it says Beijing is cooler up here, but you know, the darker the color, the worse it is. So it's in the opposite direction. It's probably the Americas. I'm gonna go Panama City. It's not very helpful either. I'm actually kind of stumped on this one. It might be Europe. So let's go something like Amsterdam. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Let's see. I think it's a little redder over here, so I'm going to go somewhere like Madrid, maybe. There we go. 5 guesses. Pretty good, pretty good. All right, let's do the Flagle. So the Flagle, if you can tell here, you got to guess a country. And based on, like, for example, this is the actual country, Burkina Faso. And then this is what we guessed, Vietnam. Since they share this red, that's what's shown here, and then everything in black is everything wrong. So I think it might be easier if you see me play the game. Let's go with, let's do Argentina today. Okay, I guess there's yellow in the middle. I'm thinking maybe like an African country like Mali, which has yellow, I think, in the middle. Yeah. Okay, here we go. So it looks like it's a yellow star, and maybe it's red across here, and then greens on the top. I feel like I've had a better picture. I'm going to do Brazil so I can see, like, just the green, just make sure there's strips on the top and bottom. Let's see if that helps out. Yeah, okay, so it's the strips. It looks like there might be, like, a band in between here. Maybe that's, like, a black or a white band. You can find that on a lot of flags. I've got nothing. I'm going to go Vietnam, see where the red is really happening. Yeah, okay, so red's in the middle. Okay, I just have no idea. I'm just gonna have to I don't even know. I'm gonna go South Africa just because I want to see if it's black with the stripes, or it's white. Yeah, okay, that helps too. Something like Suriname. There we go. Okay, yeah, I couldn't exactly remember Suriname's flag, but lucky guess, I guess, went with my gut and it worked out okay. So that's Flagle. This one is Satle. Basically, it puts you in a random popular city in the world, like a populous city, and you got to guess where it is. And if you guess wrong, it'll zoom out, and it'll keep zooming out until you get it right. It's interesting here. Okay, very circular buildings, avenues. It looks like, my first gut instinct for some reason was South America, but now the more I look at it, it looks way more European to me. I don't know why I thought Paris, but it really doesn't look Paris. It's like Geneva. Is anyone Switzerland an option? Okay, let's go Zurich, Switzerland. Wow, we are very far away in the opposite direction. And it's a very, wow, look at that skyline. But that far, I don't know the exact conversion. I think that's like 10 or 11,000 miles. Maybe like Australia. It's like around the world. Could it be Sydney? Let's try Sydney. Might be like, maybe, you know, no, this feels more like Melbourne. I don't know why. Okay, is it actually just Sydney? Yep, okay. Well, Should have gone with my first guess in Australia there, but you know, we got it in the end, and that's Toombalong Park. Interesting. Okay. That's actually a really cool location. I'll have to visit it sometime. Alright, the next one that I like to do is Travle. And on this one, you try to go from one country to another. In this case, we're going from Kazakhstan to Oman, and you try to do it in the least amount of countries possible. So, I'm thinking either we go, obviously, through Central Asia here, or, like, Russia and around. If we went the Russia route, we can do Russia, like, Georgia, Turkey, or Azerbaijan, Iran. I don't know what the... We gotta get to Saudi Arabia. And I think we have to do Iraq to get either to Turkey or... If we went the other way, we could do Turkmenistan, Iran. Okay, I think Turkmenistan's the right direction. And yes, okay, you can see if it shows a check, a green check here, that means you're going the right direction in like the least amount of moves. So from here, I think we go Iran, and then Iraq. Yep, and then Saudi Arabia. There we go. Cool. And there's also, I'm a little bit better at this one because I'm just an American, but there is an American version right here. So let's do that. Minnesota, Louisiana. Okay, that, I think we just go straight down the, I guess, the pole here. I don't even know what you call it. The latitude, I think. I'm not really good with the directions. So there, and then Arkansas. There we go. Okay, that one was pretty straightforward. So that's Travle. Country guess is you guess a country somewhere in the world, and it tells you like if you're right in any of these categories, if it's higher or lower, and then coordinates. It just points you to the direction. I don't know why, but I'm feeling like starting with Libya today. So let's do that. Oops. Start with that. Okay, not in Africa. It's red. It's a smaller area than Libya. I mean, Libya's a pretty big country, that makes sense, but it's also a smaller population. Libya's not that populated. The GDP is a lot less, or not a lot less, but it is less. And then the coordinates are 12,000 kilometers to the east. Could this be like Oceania? It could be South Asia, Oceania. I think that's like 8,000 miles. I don't know if that's quite to Oceania. So I'm going to do something like Laos, or Lao. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. Let's go with that. Okay, it's looking like it will be Oceania, so the GDP is even lower. Okay, let's actually have Lao, whatever. Has a larger population than Libya, so it maybe wasn't the best guess there. So I'm gonna go Micronesia. Let's do Micronesia. Okay. It is the same, it's not Oceania. My first thought here is like Timor-Leste, but it's a bigger area than Micronesia. Not very surprising. Bigger population, larger GDP, and it's still south, the same distance basically from Laos. So Brunei is a good guess. I'm gonna go Timor-Leste though. That's what I first thought of off the rip. Yep, there we go. Okay, and you can see, you know, there's Laos up there, and there's Micronesia, but that's country guess. And then my favorite site has a bunch of different sites in it, so I'm going to show you guys this. I don't know how to pronounce this. It's a French word, but like Touf. I'm butchering that, you guys need to let me know how to pronounce it. But it kind of has a bunch of different geography games and a couple other random ones that are always fun. But the Worldle, I'll start with that. So it shows you the country outline. Usually I like to turn this off just for more of a challenge, but I did see, I think that was Vanuatu. I think. No, it wasn't. Okay, what is it? Solomon Islands, maybe? Yeah, okay. I actually did mess up that country outline, but if you turn it off, you know, same type of idea. You guess a country. It shows you how far away you are, and then kind of like a percentage of like how close relative to like the world scale you are to your location. And yeah, we got Solomon Islands there. And then there's a bunch of bonus rounds. So there's obviously no neighbors of Solomon Islands. They're, a territory in the ocean. So we're gonna have to guess like, I guess countries nearby. So maybe Vanuatu is one of them. Yeah. Okay. Maybe Papua New Guinea. Okay. I don't know if Indonesia will count here. No. Okay. And of course, you can show the map. It'll show actually the country outlines if you turn that version on. Maybe Palau might be too north. What about Micronesia? Yeah, okay. Nauru? No, okay. I don't know how far south the Philippines goes, but I don't think it goes that far. If it doesn't have Indonesia, I don't think it will have Malaysia. I don't know if Australia is out of the... Wow, okay, I'm surprised by that. And maybe it's another one near Vanuatu. I don't know what else is over there, like Fiji, Samoa. Let's go to New Zealand. Maybe they have a random territory. Okay, what about New Caledonia? Wow, it was New Caledonia. They guess can't put it in. But this is what it would look like if you didn't hide it. You know, it'll show all the country outlines. And wow, I'm surprised that New Caledonia was one of them. I didn't know it was that close. Okay, next bonus round. I think it's Hanaira. I don't know how to pronounce it. I have no idea which island it's on. I'm going to guess it's probably one of the center ones. I feel like that's smart. This looks like a big island. Okay, there we go. All right, let's do the next thing is the flag. See, there's a bunch of bonus rounds. Like, look, we have a lot to get through. I usually suck really bad at these, so we're going to see how those go. Okay, that's Vanuatu. I don't think it's that. I think that's Nauru. That's Australia. No. I think it's this. There we go. Okay, that was Tuvalu. All right. And then you guess this next round is one of these landmarks. One of these pictures is in Solomon Islands. You have to try to guess which one. I doubt it's that one. It could be any of the other three. I think I see writing on this one. Let's see. Okay, there's English. Like, is that Malay or an Indonesian language maybe, and then like Chinese. That is common for Southeast, so I wouldn't be surprised if it's this one. This one, it maybe two. I don't know if they're mountainous or not. It could be. I could see it not being that also though, and I have no idea what that is. So I'm gonna go this. Okay, it wasn't that. It was one of these two most likely. I'd be surprised if it was this. I'm gonna go this. Yeah. Okay, and then you try to guess what the name of this is. So let's see. I have no clue. Wow. Definitely not a temple, a castle, or a church, or a fortress. It's kind of just like a hill. I don't really see that much water except back there, so maybe it's not the bay. Maybe it's the fort. It's probably one of these two. Is Guadalcanal there? Wow. I did not know that. Okay. Interesting. Next bonus round. All right. The national emblem. This. Okay. Usually I like to look for hints that like align with its flag. Like there's the Tanzanian flag. There's the... that's Haiti. I don't even know. I think that's Syria. It could be any of the others. I doubt it's that one. That one's like a colony of some sort, I think, or like a territory. Did they get their independence in 1960? I don't even know what that is. I mean, there are islands. Wow. Okay, it could be any of them. I'm going to go this one. Wow, that was a lucky guess. Okay, that's Cuba, that's Cyprus, and that's Vanuatu. And oh, that shell, that's like found, I think, on their flag. Okay, that makes sense. And yeah, this was a colony. That's a French territory. Spoken languages, I have no idea. Is English gonna be... No, yeah, that makes sense. Maybe there's a Creole of some sort. If you look, this is my hack to this game. I just look up Creole and scroll through and see if it would appear for any reason. But I literally have no idea what possible language this could be. Is it like a Solamese? This it's like the closest one. Somali is obviously Somalia. I'm gonna go with that. I might just have to give up on this. Is there like a... I'm not gonna get this one, so I'm just gonna guess two random ones. Let's see. Wow, I would have never guessed that. And then you try to guess how do you say my name is in both of those languages. So we're gonna do a shot in the dark. No. Jesus, I don't know. This one has apostrophes, and there's an apostrophe in that name, so we'll go with that. Maybe this one? Oh, okay. Not everything considered, not terrible. All right, there's so many more rounds. Oh my god, I think there's nobody. Oh my god, there's a lot of people there. Probably is the dollar. And okay, probably Hanaira at 1. And then this one's just random. That one, sure. That one, sure. And why not? Okay, well, did not get those. And then at this point, I kind of just like, I don't think it matters that much. I'm gonna move on to the next one. This one went on very, very long. Okay. Travle we already did. Guess the location and the year of a photograph. So this is kind of like GeoGuessr, but use time as well. It's really interesting. Interesting. Okay. I don't know why, but the first thing I thought of with this guy was like, this could be completely wrong, but like Genghis Khan, you know? And look, here's Ukraine. 9 minus 1. Ukraine says no to the all-union treaty. So maybe this is just Ukraine. I don't know what... This is an interesting flag. I don't know what the 9 minus 1 thing means, but, you know, it is obviously Cyrillic. So it's a Russian-based language, or like something of the sort. So I'm going to just guess in the center of Kiev. And then Ukraine says no to an all-union treaty. Could this be after the Soviet Union collapse? I'm going to go like 1992. Who knows? Maybe it's just after the Union collapsed. Let's see. 1990 in Kiev, so it was right before it collapsed. So look, we got, I think this is, yeah, this is the location, so we guessed really close. We got all points on that, and then time-wise, we were 2 years off, so we almost got all time. So we did pretty damn well that turn. All right. There's 5 of these rounds. This one's one of my favorite ones. Okay. I think that's the Kyrgyzstani flag. Kyrgyzstani? I don't know what the word, the nationality, or the whatever is for them. But I think this is Kyrgyzstan if I had to guess. Also, it's a very mountainous country. I think that's a mountain. I don't really know. And I guess if they have that played, it probably is also post-Soviet collapse. I'm going to go Bishkek, which is their biggest city and their capital. Just biggest likelihood, even if it might just not be this country. But we're going to guess the year. What's happening up there? Oh, horse and carriage. Let's go, like, 2012. Let's see. 2003, and it was in another city, Osh, in Kyrgyzstan. Okay, so still a pretty good score. Next round. Okay, my first hint is the language up here. Oops. Let's see. I'm Southeast Asian. I think it's like Thai or Lao or something of the sort. Looks like we're on, like, I don't know if that's a dock. That's a boat, so I guess we're on some waterfront. It could be like Bangkok. I think maybe it's Sri Lanka with that language, but I'm gonna stick to Bangkok. Let's go like on the river somewhere. For the year, is there like a dock? Sure, let's go on this bridge. Maybe it was a dock at some point, like somewhere over here. Oh, yeah, there's a dock. Okay, sure. And let's go. Oh, it's in color, so that helps. Let's go like 2005. Why not? 2005. It was Bangkok. Wow. Oh, wow. We got like, wow, the right part of the river. That's pretty crazy. Not okay. We were 30 years off. That was not a great time guess. It does look a bit older. I probably should have picked up on that. Okay. I should probably know this. Just closing that. I should probably know this. It's definitely South America. Or I'm pretty sure it's South America. Could this be like, is this like a different angle of Machu Picchu? Maybe. It's my only guess I have. I don't even know. Is it Cusco? Is that where it is? Sounds right. I really have. I wish I could see like the land. Wow. Okay, I need to figure out where this. Okay, I'm just gonna go Cusco because I think that's where Machu Picchu is. And this looks recent. Like this guy's got a camera, like looking pretty high tech. I don't know much about cameras, but you know. What else is happening? That's a cool. I have no idea what that flag is. Yeah, let's go 2016. Oh, it was Cusco region. Okay, I completely got that wrong. In 2012, and what year did I guess? Is this where the actual Machu Picchu is? Is that where it is? I don't know. But that was a pretty good snipe. That's a pretty good guess. And last round, I'm doing pretty decent. 682 out of 1,000. Let's try to get over 800. Okay, I have no idea. That might be a little harder or a little easier said than done. So Platz, like something ending in a Z, made me think German language. Rothberger, maybe it's German. Let's look. Let's get some historical context here. Obviously, this is like not recent, not in the last half century, probably, almost definitely, unless I'm just dumb. Yeah, I don't know. It's a military demonstration of some sort. On the corner of a big city. It could be Berlin. It's the only regional guess I have. It could be anywhere in Germany. I feel like it's Germany. Could be Munich, could be Cologne, Frankfurt, but I'm gonna go Berlin. I mean, if it's a historical photo, chances are it's Berlin. So let's just go somewhere down in the middle. Year? Yeah, I don't have a clue. I'm thinking anywhere in this range. It could literally be anywhere in this range. I can't even tell like what country or empire or anything this is. Could it be before? Like the Prussians, maybe? Let's go 1920. I don't have a better guess. 18. Wow. Okay. Wow. We just squeaked in over 800. It was actually Vienna. And it was 1898. Interesting. Okay. You know what? Maybe I could have picked up on some clues. I guess, yeah, maybe that wasn't Germany. It could have totally... I guess it was on. Okay, let's see. All right. Let's go back to this. GeoConnections is fun. It gives you, like, different things, and you kind of... I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. You got to match them in the categories. It's like the New York Times connections. So, off the bat, I can tell you that this is Kiribati. It's probably .ki. Their capital Travle, and I think it's 130,000. I mean, definitely not 10 million. It's definitely not in the millions, so it's got to be that. So I'm feeling pretty confident with that. Yeah, there we go. Okay. The other ones I'm not so sure. So the least populous out of Tajikistan, Paraguay, and North Macedonia. I don't have a clue. I'm gonna guess it's North Macedonia, and this would be, I'm assuming .mk, and then Skopje. I don't know how to pronounce that. Is their capital? Yep. Okay, this one is a 50-50. I'm going to go Paraguay's bigger. Paraguay. Asuncion and .py. Let's see. Nope. It is the smaller one. We almost went perfect, but fall just short at the end on the 50-50. And that'll do it for that one. Pretty simple. I love that game. What else should we do? Let's see this. Oh, GeoGrid's a good one. This will be the last one I do today. But GeoGrid is basically... You have 10 chances, so you only get like one strike. And you got to guess, for example, on this corner, you have to guess a country that's GDP per capita is under 10,000, but is also part of the Niger river system. And you got to do that for all of them. And you try to guess, you get more points. You want to get the lowest amount of points possible, like in golf. But the point of the game is to try to get the lowest possible score. So you try to guess the rarest countries that I'll guess. For example, if I guess a country that was guessed on this square like 1% of the time, I think I'll get 99 points off my total, and you try to get the lowest. So let's see our categories. GDP per capita under 10,000, that's not that much. In Africa, and French is an official language. I have a feeling those two will collide a lot. Part of the Niger river system, island nation, and flag with 5+ colors. Okay. Interesting. Let's see. Okay. Part of the Niger river system and GDP per capita under 10K. There's probably a couple on, I think, okay, well, obviously it runs through Niger, but that's probably going to be super guess. I'm not going to guess that. Maybe like Benin. Let's go with Benin. I think it touches it. Yeah, okay, there we go. Part of the Niger river system and in Africa. I can do anything here. Togo, maybe? I think maybe not. No, wow, okay, I already used the strike. That is not good looks. I think Burkina Faso touches it as well. So I got to be super careful now. These are pretty good scores, under 10%. French is an official language and part of the Niger river system. I think Mali just got rid of French as an official language, so I don't even think I can do that. I'm going to come back to that one. Okay, GDP per capita under 10K and island nation. Let's go Haiti. I know they're pretty poor. I feel like this one might be commonly... You know what? No, that'll be commonly guessed. What about, like... Is Nauru that poor? I think they are. No. Okay, wow. I'm already not going to go perfect on this board. That's super unfortunate. Let's just keep going this column. Island nation in Africa. Mauritius. There we go. Island nation. French is an official language. Do they do territories like Saint Pure and Miko. There we go. Okay. GDP per capita flag with 5+ colors. I'm not going to be good at this column. I mean, South Africa, I know, has more than 5 colors. That's a common one. Okay, that's a bad guess. You don't want those high ones. Flag with 5+ colors, and French is an official language. Wow, I'm not doing well today. I got 3 guesses left between these 4. Let's do the island nation GDP under 10K. I can do that. What about like maybe Trinidad and Tobago? Something in the Caribbean? No. Okay. Wow. I'm gonna leave this one alone. Never mind. French is official language. Is part of the Niger River system. Let's just do Niger. It's more important. I feel like, wow. I'm surprised that one doesn't guess as often. More important to fill out the board. Flag with 5+ colors, and French is an official language. Maybe, okay, like French Southern Territories count? Nope. Okay, wow, I did not do well. Oh, apparently no one did. Let's see what we could have filled it out with. I don't know, Algeria already touched it. Okay, and yeah, like, look, a lot of French territories. So, like, I think that's a French territory, I'm not sure. St. Helena is, oh, wait, no, I'm stupid. The British Union Jack, those are British. And then this, I think, is French. Not sure. But those are my favorite games, geography games to play. That's going to do it for today. Thank you for watching, and I hope you guys have a great rest of the day. Peace.